When discussing the true nature of a man, one should look at his impacts and point out his actions as credence for his evaluation. As Deltans prepare to take to the polling units in just a few months' time to decide who becomes their next governor, the permutations are gradually gathering steam, with a host of aspirants emerging from all nooks and crannies to exercise their mandate as to who takes over the driving seat from Senator Dr. Ato Ifeanyi Okowa as the next governor of Delta State. Surely, Governor Okowa has performed admirably, albeit a tight budget and with an economy badly hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. With the above notion, it is inexcusable that Deltans look beyond godfathers and political leaders when pointing to who should carry on the mantle of the roadmaster. If continuity is the way forward, shouldn't the next governor of Delta State be someone who is industrially driven to improve on the works of Governor Okowa? Deltans must not be swayed this time into following the crowd and supporting individuals who told the lines of their godfathers. Deltans must think about the impact of a 4-year period wasted if they make the mistake of electing mediocres with an intention of enriching the pockets of their political godfathers instead of putting the welfare of Deltans first above all. A state so endowed and should be the envy of all is wallowing in obscurity and begging for a messiah to help salvage what's left and take her back to the apex where she rightfully belongs. Enter Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi, a business mogul, a criminologist by trade, and a former minister for state education in Nigeria. The Oginibo/Ijere native is in the race for 2023, and if facts and results should be laid on the discussion table, then the next governor of Delta State should be a foregone conclusion. It is noteworthy that Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi, within 1 year as minister, bettered 13 universities, 14 polytechnics, 16 colleges of education, and countless secondary schools across areas needed in the country, and the development that has taken place in such areas are enormous. A case in point is the Federal University of Lafia, bettered in February 2011 by Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi. The institution, which started with just 243 students, now houses over 5,000. Little wonder why he got a hero's welcome on the 26th of October 2021 when he visited the school to give a mind-blowing lecture during a conference that was attended by the Emir of Lafia, Justice Sidi Baje retired, a man who showered praise on Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi during his speech. It is also important to note that whatever Gbagi touches turns into gold. A vivid example is the dump site along Deco Road, Warri, which he converted into the biggest shopping plaza in Delta State over 30 years ago, and today houses hundreds of people, giving them a source of livelihood and turning the downtrodden into breadwinners. Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi, as outside governments, invested in Delta State with its chains of establishment ranging from security, hospitality to oil and gas, and numerous factories, with some yet to commence operation in Delta State, making him the single biggest investor in Delta State, a feat his contemporaries cannot match. Reel out the aspirants and point to their investment in Delta State, and you will find out who has the interests of Deltans at heart. Shouldn't a leader lead by example? A man that blabs about his manifesto and yet has nothing to point to Deltans as his investment in the state? How do you expect such a person to bring development if he actually emerges? Deltans must be meticulous this time around. Forget empty promises and dwell on results. The time for fake stories are gone. There is hunger in the land. There is unemployment. The crime rate is increasing due to lack of youth engagement. And a man that has done it outside the state and his results are laid bare, shouldn't Deltans count themselves lucky to have an individual with so much to give, declaring his ambition to industrialize the state? With relish should Deltans embrace the candidature of Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi, and to defy the saying that a prophet is not valued in his hometown, Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi should be the prophet that Deltans hold in high esteem. Dust your party cards, queue on that line, grab your destiny in your hands, and support Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi for an industrialized Delta, because just like he said, and he will build 100 industries within a year, Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi is true to his words, and with his results as minister, Deltans must salivate at the endless opportunities that will befall them when he takes over the reins in 2023. My name is Rero Henry Akpos, and you're watching Rero TV.